Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 6 in this series. Currently 3-2 in favor of Undead, I believe, as we are looking at TBC BM123 against against WC. And WC really just cheesed his opponent straight up in that previous game. Now we can see that he is once again using an unorthodox strategy. There is an Arch Mage, a very fast Arch Mage being trained at the 45-second mark. That is pretty much unheard of. And we are going to be going into a very early Arch Mage for perhaps some early pressure. What is going to be happening here? Arch Mage now out on the field. I normally don't have to speed up that quickly, but with this particular playstyle, Arch Mage is now going to be able to Is he going to try to clear out this mercenary camp at the 2-minute mark? Yes, he is trying to do exactly that. All right, so let's see what's happening. The militia are pretty much down to half-time life. Militia going straight after the Null Warden, dropping a water elemental, needs to pick up a Troll Shadow Priest most likely, and perhaps take down that Red Drake. All right, let's go ahead. There is that Troll Shadow Priest healing back up. The Red Drake is going to be taking a bit of damage. Archmage should drop a second water elemental here in just a moment. And the Death Knight is going to get to his opponent's base and pretty much go, what the heck is going on? I don't see anything. All right, Archmage, is it going to drop another water elemental? That is the question. You can see 18 to 22 damage. The Peasant coming back over here, and it is now trying to heal that water elemental down to 5 damage. There is a second water elemental now being placed down, as the Peasant taking a bit of damage. All right, Red Drake does go down. Belt of Giant Strength, Tome of Knowledge has been placed down, as well as the skeletal minions are now making its way forward. Arcane Tower is already up. No barracks in play, as the Peasants are now trying to run back. There's a quick death coil, as the Peasant is now on its way in. It should be protected by that Arcane Tower momentarily. And yes, it will be exactly that way. All right, those Peasants now trying to run back again. 2 skeletal minions. And is it going to be enough? Oh, run inside, Militia to run. I'm not sure what killed that, though, as the skeletal minion sword must have been very long. All right, coming back around, let's go ahead and get into a bit of an engagement. There you have it. There's a quick purge, and that is always a problem. When you get your water elementals purged, it does not help your cause. This is not looking good for WC, as he needs to figure out a way to creep with just an Archmage and a Troll Shadow Priest. All right, losing that water elemental was actually a very big deal. He needs to find a way to get to level 3. And unless he does so, and does so quickly, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Let's take a look at this. Water Elemental now coming in. We're going to get some damage onto those units. There is an Abolish Magic onto the Null Overseer. So that was actually a very big waste of mana. Not very useful at all, as the Troll Shadow Priest pretty much out of mana there. All right, let's take a look. It looks like that skeletal minion is going to be able to escape. Nope, it's not. It runs back the other direction for no real reason other than to give his opponent experience, and that is just not good news at all, as the skeletal minions are really giving that Archmage extra experience. So far, the Death Knight sitting at level 1. You can see ghouls now being brought over to finish off this creep camp. Militia now trying to run back, going to be able to do exactly that. And is this one ghoul going to be able to make it away? I'm not sure who's going to gain the experience. The Archmage does not gain it. The Death Knight gets to level 2. And is it going to be able to pick up the item? That is the question. Peasants are all getting taken down here. And this massive ghoul army, a bit of a problem. Gloves of Haste now picked up as Unholy Aura being brought together. All right, let's see. 1 Arcane Tower, 1 Guard Tower. Scout Towers are in position. WC's playstyle is extremely unorthodox, but it has already been scouted out once, and it should be good the next couple of times. All right, Guard Tower taking a lot of damage already. Let's take a look at this. Guard Tower getting focused down very quickly. Is this 1 Guard Tower gonna go? Yes, I believe it will, as we are now looking at the Peasants starting to fall. All right, there is another Death Coil there. Death Knight now pretty much out of mana. Not going to be able to save any more units. Skeletal Minions now trying to run back. Ghoul going to be able to escape once more. And this is just rotating the crops, so to speak, trying to keep the higher hit point ghouls in the fight and just keeping all of the lower hit point units away from this. All right, Archmage going to get an easy kill there, as we now see double Troll Shadow Priest and a Troll Berserker. All right, Skeletal Minions now taken down. Archmage actually looking really good here with this current army, but it is on timed life. as the Arch Mage now getting lower on mana, and once those water elementals are gone, they are gone forever until you summon another water elemental. Archmage now running back off to the north. You can see we are going to Black Citadel already. We are going into a graveyard. These ghouls now working to try and harvest more lumber. Archmage sitting at level 2. You can see all of the Goblin Shredder now being added in here as well. Troll Berserker does take a lot of damage, and the Nightcrawlers trying to poison the Goblin Shredder. It does not work, and that is the reason why that it was just focused on that target for so long. Troll Berserker gonna go ahead and fall here. Meanwhile, the Death Knight now trying to just take down multiple farms so that his opponent cannot build or train up any more units. Gonna be upside down on supply here in just a second. That Arcane Tower really getting in a lot of damage here, and it looks like, yes, another farm has been taken down. All right, continuing this pressure. Guard Tower, go ahead and canceled there, as the Death Knight now pretty much out of mana. Archmage looking to perhaps summon another water elemental and creep out this creep camp. Does it again, as we are looking at no additional heroes. Still surprised by that, as we are going into dual slaughterhouses. Double slaughterhouses, it could be double meat wagons, but you have to be extremely careful with meat wagons. Meat wagons are countered by militia rather easily. You need to have a good size army of ghouls to support them. And are we seeing ghouls being trained? I don't think so. No, instead we are going to be going into dual obsidian statues, as the Black Citadel may go ahead and Black Citadel may be completed and allow for that destroyer form upgrade. A lot of low hit point ghouls now back on Blight, gonna regenerate a good amount of hit points. The Death Knight sitting at level 2, Archmage sitting at level 3, almost level 4, has an Ankh of Reincarnation, which is extremely helpful, as it does keep that Archmage alive for that much longer. Alright, Death Knight now wandering around here, still sitting at level 2. We can see that there is a scout farm here, and pretty much the human player is playing this like he has an additional expansion. Instead, he doesn't have a barracks back at home, so all of his units are coming from this mercenary camp. It does have a very strong style opening, but one of the weaker aspects of it is that once the Undead gets to tier 3, which is right now, the tech advantage, the quote-unquote tech advantage from the mercenary camp is completely negated. Archmage now perhaps going to try and do a drop inside here. There is the illusion down off over here. Death Knight and Lich ready to go. There is Destroyer form already, as the ghouls are now ready to go once again. Alright, that Goblin Zeppelin, 3 Troll Shadow Priests, 1 Troll Berserker, and a Mud Golem. This is going to be extremely bad news. And oh, what happens here? Archmage now trying to clear out this creep camp. Is it going to even drop a water elemental? It should be dropping a water elemental. Not quite sure why it's not. There it goes. And it needs to pick up the lower hit point units. Alright, gonna drop the Troll Shadow Priest. There it goes as well. Archmage taking a bit of damage. There is a lot of that healing again, as Archmage is now trying to finish up this creep camp. Null Overseer is down over here. Another Wand of Illusion used in order to scout. We could be getting more mercenaries coming down. No, we do not, as we're looking at 300 some odd gold. That is a lot of guard towers. Even if you have obsidian statues, you really need meat wagons at this point to try and clear that out. Alright, let's take a look at this base, or take a look at this army. Archmage with a whole bunch of mercenaries. Meanwhile, Undead absorbing mana, and the destroyers. Are the guard towers too close together? That is going to be the million-dollar question here. And are the guard towers going to complete? The timing on this is crucial, and they are not going to complete in time. All right, let's take a look at this. 1 guard tower now canceled. 2nd guard tower not canceled in time. 3rd guard tower massively being repaired, still not taken out. 4th guard tower not going to get finished in time. A 5th guard tower not going to get finished in time at all. And this is just an absolute massacre right now, as the destroyers are now out of mana and now do need to back off. Let's take a look at this. The whole entire left side has pretty much been ripped wide open, as we are looking at these guard towers now falling. Ghoul gets taken down. Death Knight being forced to pull back. Another guard tower could get taken down here. And This is just not a good spot for the human player to be in. Then, meanwhile, we are looking at an army dropping inside the back here. Only one Nerubian tower. Arch Mage may be able to get off a lot of those kills onto those acolytes. Acolytes now trying to be trained there. And what is happening here? Where did the... Oh, there is that Goblin Zeppelin. The Goblin Zeppelin has to be extremely careful. It could get taken out over land, and this is an extremely bad spot to be in. All right, there you go. Those destroyers now running back. Perhaps the destroyers can get healed back up as the Goblin Zeppelin now once again on the move, and the destroyers with nowhere to run and not fast enough to catch up to... Oh, wait, no. Is the Goblin Zeppelin going to come back? No, it is not. Now heading back home. All right, a bit of a scare for BM, or TBC BM123. Meanwhile, back over here, Castle now being upgraded. I'm not even sure why you are going to Castle unless you just really want level 3 Masonry upgrades. Those guard towers, really a lot of guard towers there. Are we training up meat wagons? Yes, we are. And the meat wagons are going to be absolutely key in these upcoming fights. Goblin Zeppelin, this one Goblin Zeppelin is pretty much the backbone of the entire human army. If it gets caught out of position anywhere, it is going to be good game. All right, Water Elemental. Going to be dropped here in just a second. Not very many units. Once that Null Warden is taken down, I'm assuming a Water Elemental will be dropped. Mud Golem now being backed off. We should be seeing some more mercenaries being hired up. Plenty of gold to do so, as the Archmage sitting at level 4, trying to take down this Red Drake. So far, Red Drake now taken down. There it goes. What item was left behind? I don't see an item being left behind here. Did the Archmage pick it up? It's a Pure Up to Vitality. Oh, destroyers are right there. And this could be huge. Going after the units, going after the Goblin Zeppelin. You can see -3 armor, gloves of haste. And oh, the Goblin Zeppelin is going to end up getting taken down. Scroll of Town Portal to try to head back home. And is that one? Oh no, it is not going to fall. The Troll Shadow Priest does survive, as the Archmage now once again low on hit points, needs to hire more units from that mercenary camp. 22 over 36 supply. More guard towers being added. Gargoyles close by here, making sure that they don't see another run come in. So far, those destroyers going to go ahead and take that down. Tome of Intelligence, Pendant, and a meat wagon now being added. There goes that last null here, as we are looking at a bit of a fight. All right, let's take a look at this. There is not that many peasants now. The problem was that during the castle time, we were not training up peasants, so the call to arms is not going to be effective at all, and that means that that lone meat wagon could in fact deal a lot of damage here. That is going to be very problematic. Archmage now picking up items all across. Oh, Goblin Sappers could try and make a run for it inside this base here. Could it take down the gold mine? That is pretty much the key. Now we are seeing the meat wagon just launching attacks in, and we are going to see the meat wagon take down the arcane tower here. All right. Oh, the Goblin Shredder almost taken down, as we're seeing the meat wagon triple meat wagons launching attacks against the castle. That castle taking a bit of damage, but it does have level 2 masonry upgrade. All right, the Goblin Sappers does come in, and there is a blizzard onto the haunted gold mine, and the haunted gold mine is now gone. 282 gold is all that is left. That one acolyte is right there. More blizzard being brought over, and there's a quick cancellation once more. All right, this is going to turn into a bit of a base race. Archmage now being forced to teleport all the way back home, as that guard tower is there. The meat wagons are all right there as well. Lich is right there. Frost Nova. And now what is going to be happening next? Oh, there goes the Goblin Shredder, unable to return lumber. Not quite sure why it didn't go back to this lumber mill here instead, as the peasants are now going to be actively repairing this castle. All right, the Altar of Kings now taking a fair bit of damage as well. It doesn't look like the Paladin's going to make it out to play. Down to 140 hit points. It is going to be extremely close here. There it goes. And now what is going to be happening next? Meat wagons attempting to take down the castle. Archmage already used the potion of invulnerability. Peasant now quickly taken down. And I believe that is going to be the GG. The castle needs to be repaired. The destroyers cannot get anywhere near there. And I believe that is the game. As, yes, TBC BM123 does take it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the series.